Hello, welcome to the People Like Us podcast. I'm Anna Panetta, the founder of Wemigo. And in this podcast, we talk about everything related to friendship, belonging, and building something real. In this episode, we're going to be talking about adult friendship and sort of what makes it so hard and kind of how that's changed for us in these last few years. And today I have a very special guest, which is my really good friend, Paula. Paula has been living here in Barcelona for how many years now?
For 3 years
For
already.
3 years, and is a freelancer and does so many things. But yeah, I think it's better if she can give a little intro of who she is, and then we can dive into it.
Yeah. Well, hi everyone. I'm Paula. I've been here for 3 years already. And yeah, as Anna said, I do a lot of things actually. My main thing that I do now is like content creation and events. And we actually are starting an activation program, her and I. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to start kind of with understanding your experience with making friends as an adult, especially when you and I have both lived in new cities and you've moved around quite a bit as well and such. And so kind of in your experience, do you think that making friends as an adult is hard, or kind of what has that looked like throughout your adult life?
Yeah, honestly, I think in this era, in like 2026, where we are living right now, it is not that easy to connect like genuinely with people around you. First of all, because you maybe don't have an easy way of finding circles. And then sometimes people come and go. So sometimes it's really hard to connect, to really find friendship. So I would say you really need to kind of work hard to find good people or people that you feel like family
Yeah.
close to you.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, I feel like also here in Barcelona, it's especially difficult because so many people come and go. I think that
Yeah.
like we're lucky that like we've found some people that don't do that, but I think
Yeah.
it takes some time to kind of get there and such. Do you feel like, because you also lived in Germany for a while and such, so do you feel like it's like that as well, or do you think that's something very special to Barcelona?
No, I think because in Germany, I worked there for only 8 months. It was for an exchange program. So it's a different vibe, a different progress because you know you're going to be there for a specific time and then you're going to go back.
Mm-hmm.
So I made friends, but it was like with the residence friends. So I think it was kind of easier to make friends because you are already in a spot where you are like with people that they might live as well like you, or they are there for a specific period. So you kind of connect faster. But I think when you move to a city where you know is now your home, that's a difficult part. I think is okay. Now I need to start making my friendship with my circle in a sense of like, these people is going to become your family at the end of the day. So the first year when I arrived here in Barcelona was really hard because a lot of my friends that I had at the time, they were here for a master or for just like maybe a year. And they were leaving after. So after the year, I needed to kind of again make friends.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, the friends I used to have back then, they are all gone from Barcelona.
And do you think that since when you moved to Barcelona, you knew that you like wanted to create like kind of those friendships that were like family? Do you think that you were a little bit more like, I guess, selective in who you chose as friends, or do you think that that didn't matter as much?
I think at the beginning, no, because it's like everything it's new. So you're like excited to just like try here, try there, go different places. But when the time starts to pass, you're like, okay, maybe I really want to create real connections and people that I can rely on if I have something or if I want to have a celebration. Like, you can count on those people. So I think maybe in the past 2 years, that started to become one of my main goals, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I ask because it's something that like I also have like noticed is kind of as you start to like in your adult life and making friends, maybe kind of as you said, you're just open to anyone and it's more just like how many people can I meet and such. But then as you start to kind of, I guess, maybe even get to know yourself and who you vibe with and such, then I feel like over time it gets even harder because you're more selective with like who you're looking for and such. You said you're looking for friends that feel like family. And I'm curious, like in your experience, how long it usually takes for you to kind of feel comfortable with someone new if you're starting to kind of date a new friend. I don't know how else to call it.
I don't think it's about time, but maybe it's more about like the things you do, how often you meet them, the circumstances as well. Like maybe if you go for a coffee, can feel like a bit of like an interview maybe. But if you start going for, I don't know, like something more funny, like bowling or pool or going to a party, I think that's how you start building and connecting yourself with this other person. So I cannot tell you in a specific time, maybe, But I know the more often maybe at the beginning you see this person, you're going to be able to connect more, to talk about you, to listen to the other person. So I really think that's what makes like this connection like strong. Just talk with the other person, feel, understand, and then I think the friendship just come along.
Yeah. And do you think that like with that social media helps or works against like creating friends?
I work on social media, so
I
that's
know
hard.
it's
That's hard to answer. I think it's both. Like I think now social media has been pushing us to connect more in person because we are all super over like everything is technology, everything is through a screen. So I think right now we are like we want human connection. We want to meet in person. But on the other side, I have still my friends in Mexico. I have still friends in other places in Europe that I love to be in contact with. Maybe I don't see them like every day or every week or every month even, but being able to be in contact with them, even though we're kilometers far away, I think it's amazing.
No, but I mean, it depends a little bit. I think that also something that is interesting, as you said, you have friends from Mexico that you stay in contact with via social media, and those like or your childhood friends, and I have like those similar people back from the US. And what's great about those people is that obviously we stay in contact over social media, and when we see each other, it's like time has never passed.
Yeah.
But with the new friends that we make nowadays, we need, I guess, more like we have to invest a lot more time into them. And if we just kind of let them be on standby like our childhood friends are, then it's not going to be the same in that sense. Where with like your childhood friends, you can kind of just, I guess, because you already have that base from your childhood.
Yeah, that's true.
While nowadays, like your new friends, you really have to put in the time and the effort. You
Yeah.
can't just like passively be a friend.
No, I agree. So to build a friendship, I think you really need to put an effort. Otherwise, it's like when you have a partner. Like if you don't put effort, if you don't put time, it's not gonna work. So for friendship, it's the same. And I would say it's even more important because sometimes friendship is more important than having a partner, actually. So yeah, I think you need to put effort and be present in the daily life.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Can you talk about that more, about why you think that sometimes having like good friends is more important than having a good partner?
I mean, I'm not saying like having a partner is it's bad or anything. I'm just saying like it's really important to find good people that surround you. I think you're gonna have really bad days or really good days, and you will need to have someone that doesn't need to be this person that you love, that is always for you, but it's people that doesn't matter what, how, or whenever they're gonna be there for you. I think it's as well like really important to have this close circle that supports you every day or whenever you need it, basically. And lately I've been focusing on that here in Barcelona. I have found amazing people, people that I met through Wimigo. So I generally like think having good friendship, it's super important in life. You can have your partner as well, but having your own circle of your own people, I think is one of the best things you can have in life.
And do you think nowadays people are being passive with finding friendships? Because I mean, obviously people are always like, I guess, conscious and active to find a partner, but do you think people are conscious and active enough with finding friendships, or do they put enough importance on it?
I think maybe sometimes we put more emphasis on like, oh, I want a partner like this, I want a partner like that. But we actually never ask ourselves like, oh, I want a friend like this or like that.
Yeah.
So maybe I think in general around like in society, we are lacking this maybe information of like, okay, I'm a friend too. What am I doing wrong? How can I be better? How can I be better for my friends? Because not everyone is the same. So maybe you need something, maybe someone else needs something else. But you as well, you can improve yourself as person to become a better friend. And in that way, the result's gonna be having better friendships. Maybe like that, we need to like prioritize like more friendship in that way.
Yeah. No, I like that. I also think like if you think about with partners and like when you're with a significant other, how much people do put effort into not only finding someone that like kind of matches you, but then even when you've been with a partner, people go to relationship therapy, people put in lots of effort to have a successful relationship, because relationships with anyone is super hard.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's interesting. It's like we don't really ever think about friendships in that way? Like, obviously, maybe we don't need to go to friendship therapy.
That would be good though.
Because I mean, obviously, you're also not spending as much time with a friend as you would with like a significant other who you might live with.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
there are still so many nuances with relationships where we sometimes can pull out, like, I guess, negative qualities of ourselves on others, or
Yeah.
expect things from others we don't know that we're expecting. And so
Yeah.
I think it's very, very true.
Yeah, and I think as well, like you can have disagreements with friends, and that's completely fine. But then you need to understand that okay, someone else have a different perspective than me, and it's completely okay. But I would say as well, like it's always important to keep building this friendship and kind of surpass those like obstacles.
Yeah.
But I really think we should put like more emphasis and more effort on like building this friendship.
Yeah.
And I would say actually, I don't think it's a bad idea to have like a therapy for
Yeah.
friends or something like that.
I also want to talk about, before going into like the final stuff, I want to talk about the type of friends that you look for now based off of like your personal life goals and such. Do you think that that has changed from like the type of people that you look to surround yourself with a few years back?
Yes, I completely agree with that. I think yes. And I think sometimes it might sound a bit harsh because you reach a point or you reach a level where your goals are changing, your personality is changing, what you like, what you don't like. And sometimes some people who was part of your life before, it doesn't fit anymore. So I think you sometimes need to be selfish in that way and start finding people who is aligned into these new goals, into this new you. So I completely can say yes. Yes, my friendship has changed. My perspective, my view, my goals, like a lot of things have changed in me. So yeah.
And how do you deal with like, I don't know what to call it, like the grief or something of like maybe not losing a friend, but kind of growing apart from friends for exactly what you're saying? How has that been for you?
Well, of course, it's not easy. Like, it's something that you don't even know how to even kind of approach. Like, how do you tell someone, like, hey, we don't fit anymore? Like,
Yeah.
but I think, you start going in a different direction. So you start slowly kind of going in different ways. So you start having more space between each other. And at some point, yeah, you go to the right, they go to the left, and that's how
Yeah.
it goes. But I think it's really mature if you know how to appreciate everything you had with that person before. Of course, focus on the good, remember all the good moments, and prepare for what's coming next because someone else is coming and that someone might be more aligned into your
Yeah.
goals. So yeah.
I like that positive outlook.
Yeah.
And do you think that, because you're a freelancer and you're creating your own company and such, do you think that building something and kind of this hustle that you have, do you think that that makes it harder for you to make friends, or are your priorities different? How does that play a role in friendships for you?
Mm. No, I think actually what I do allows me to meet a lot of new people because I am like in this creative world and I need to have a lot of networking and I love to go out, events here and there. So that allows me to meet new people. So basically, like I try to always like integrate that part because I love to meet new people. I love to be extrovert. Maybe sometimes I'm a little bit introvert, but I think I'm more extrovert than introvert. And yeah, I really love to connect with new people. Like sometimes I am a host of different events and yeah, it's just me talking to everyone, like presenting myself, talking about them, asking where they are from and like, the basic stuff. But from those events, like normally you can get really surprised because you can porque puedes llegar a conocer.
Because you can get to know.
Because you can get to know amazing people that you were not expecting to connect with. And at the end, you maybe have like new friends.
Yeah.
So from there, like from those events or from these networking places or from these networking events, you can meet really good people.
Yeah.
So I think I love what I do because that allows me to be creative and to meet new people.
And do you think that you ever have an issue with like the line between like your social life and your business life, because your business is very much heavy in social media, community and such? Do you think that it's ever difficult for you to I guess, separate, or do you like that it's kind of all mixed together?
I love that it's mixed, but sometimes I do need my space. Like sometimes I have zero social batteries. So I'm like, okay, this week I'm not gonna see anyone.
Yeah.
But not because of the people, but just because like because as you said, like my work involves like social media. Because of this sensor overload, like I'm like, okay, I need some days, like maybe 2, 3 days that I don't see anyone. But I actually really love to be connected my personal life with my work and my social networking. I think
Yeah.
it's a really good combination. For me, it's not an issue. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, okay, I need my
Yeah.
own space.
No, it's good that you like know your limits and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so then basically that's all. I have kind of maybe I guess one like final question to wrap things up and such. So kind of with everything we're saying and what's kind of if you could leave the person listening to this one I guess piece of advice from your personal experience of making friends, feeling lonely and such, kind of what is something that you wish you could I guess tell your younger self or whoever's listening to this about friendship as an adult?
Okay, I think I have many, but I think one of them could be like, don't be afraid of go out there and meet new people. Like you need to try. Yeah, like get out of your comfort zone, but mostly like because sometimes we don't do things because we are scared. So I think you should just like go and go for it. I think for now what I can say is like even though you're afraid of meeting new people or you think you don't have time or that you're an introvert, you should go. You should go outside, try it, go out of your comfort zone and start to meet people because that's how you start to build your own circle and you might get surprised of the people you can meet out there.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I think this is something that we all feel. So it's
Yeah.
good to also feel validated sometime with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I
Amazing.
agree.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for listening to the People Like Us podcast. Again, I'm Anna and this is my friend Paula. And if this resonated with you, feel free to share it with someone that would also enjoy listening. Bye bye.